I got championship goals, I got championship flows, I got a championship.
Hey everybody, welcome back into another edition of Floor20 here.
Yes, sir.
I would like to welcome back G for the second appearance. Welcome back. You know, we had some very positive feedback from you, G, so we wanted to bring you back in for number 2.
Finally cracked the century mark on YouTube with
century.
with an
Oh,
episode.
really?
I'm going to raise the bat. I got the bat right here.
Yeah.
Raise it up. Raise it up.
Thanks for flying me out again.
Yeah. You went back. You came back. Yeah, how you guys been? How's your guys' weekend? What have you been up to?
It's been pretty quiet for me, eh? I mean, I've just been actually going around to a bunch of different cafes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've actually been pretty quiet, eh? I mean, we did go to one really nice
We
cafe.
went to, I've been just been going to cafes as well, and
Yeah.
I just hung out here still. Yeah, obviously.
You're in Vancouver.
I'm
Yeah.
still in Vancouver.
Just been parking up at cafes.
I know, forget
Good
California.
spots.
But we went to
Never.
we went to this
That's
place
blasphemous.
called Turf. Have you heard of it?
I actually haven't. I've never been to a turf cafe. So tell me about it. Like, is it good or bad?
It's
or?
amazing.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing. I don't know about like the original Turf, so people from Vancouver can attest to that. But there's
Yeah.
a new location that just opened up near your apartment in downtown.
The original one is in Kitsilano.
Kitsilano. Okay. We'll get more
Yeah,
coming on
shout
that.
out to Kitsilano.
Yeah.
And wherever the hell that is.
Hey, it's a great spot.
All right. And so yeah, and they opened one up in downtown, and it's amazing. Like
Really?
when we walked in, so the concept is it's not just a coffee shop; it's really healthy food as well, which is great, obviously. But then, and not too overpriced as well. And in the back, they actually have a full-on like workout studio. Remember I mentioned
This is
crazy, right? Remember I mentioned the boxing
a
classes?
little bit
I
of
took?
pre-workout coffee.
Yeah.
Latte,
exactly.
body shop, and
honestly
you
the
know?
best, because pre-workout's not good for you. Best pre-workout, coffee.
Full brunch and lunch menu. Like,
Yeah.
But-
it's
You can go for a little
legit.
post-workout
They have-
meal as well.
That's what
yeah,
people do.
exactly.
Oh, whoa,
And that's
here
the
we
whole
go.
concept of it. And they have like
This is a plug.
boxing in the back. They have like
Plug.
They have all these other. What are the other? Like they just have a bunch of like
That's
Yoga,
awesome.
Like a bunch of
classes
stuff.
that they offer, and
So you're-
people actually go.
You're telling me I have to go. You're giving it the
have to
yeah,
go.
Give me
I-
the green light.
Oh,
Yeah,
and the
and
music is pumping.
Yeah.
The first day we went in, they were playing JB's new album.
Ooh.
They're playing
Yeah.
CB.
I'm available.
Amazing. And Drake yesterday, and they have really nice bathrooms and showers and everything.
Yeah,
like,
even the fucking...
honestly amazing. And actually, sorry, we can move on to your weekend,
Yeah.
it's so
but
good. It's just so good.
the founders are
That's it.
from like they were the original. They were like on the original team for Lululemon, and so they really it's just
The aesthetics.
aesthetic is.
Right.
I want to open a coffee
They've
shop
brought
now.
the positivity from Lululemon
Oh,
into their own shop.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Gotcha.
turf because it's like earthy and everything, so it's really nice.
And I will say this one is miles better than the Kitsilano one. I saw pictures of the Kitsilano
okay.
one.
Okay.
That wouldn't have blown your mind. This thing is just something different, bro.
Yeah.
Well, let me branch off into
Floor
what
20
I've-
field
into
trip,
what-
eh? Huh?
Yeah, we'll do it. Well, actually, I just got back from Kitsilano today.
okay,
I
okay.
spent my weekend in Kitsilano. It's got a nice beach area. It's
Yeah.
a nice place just to hang out.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story of my bus trip back to downtown
Okay.
Vancouver from Kitsilano.
Okay.
Just a few short hours ago.
Okay. So
And
On the
it
old
really,
metro.
breaking news.
Yeah. Really, it's centered around how nice Canadians are. And so to all our Canadian listeners and viewers, we love you guys.
Aw.
We absolutely love you guys. Appreciate
feel
everything.
Even this American
Appreciate
loves you
everything.
guys.
Yeah. The American is even showing love to Canadians. You guys are boss. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a story. So I'm hopping on the bus. I'm paying for my ride and then going in. But the bus is really full, so I have to take off my backpack to let other people in, right? So
on a weekend.
the weekend was absolutely packed. I'm not sure why, but so I take my backpack off, and as I'm taking it off, I literally elbow a lady in the face behind me.
Oh.
It was an accident. Like I was taking it off, and boom.
She's about, what, 5'2"? Just clocked
So-
one.
and then bang! So it took a big dev elbow to the
She
face.
cry?
She didn't
She
cry,
yelled? Did she
but you know what she
anything?
said to
Okay.
me? She said sorry.
Oh.
She said sorry,
Sorry, I
to me.
headbutted your elbow.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're like, all right, yeah.
And then we just went on the bus and didn't speak to each other. And but yeah, I wanted to say how nice That lady was saying sorry, and I
sorry.
elbowed her in the
Sorry.
face. So
Yes.
sorry in the
sorry.
Canadian accent. So yeah, I wanted to just give a quick shout out to the Canadians out there. We are in
Yeah.
Canada after all.
Canadian accent is such an interesting accent because
Yeah.
it just sounds like they're from California, and then it just gets and then I went about the place.
Yeah,
and
and you're like, oh.
and you're like,
Like
whoa.
a certain word.
Yeah.
I used to watch Degrassi, and so
Ooh.
whenever did you guys watch that?
We didn't get it.
Nah, we didn't get it, but
I used
Drake
to
did.
watch it back when Drake was on it, and so I've been an OG fan of Drake.
Okay.
Aubrey.
Okay.
Can't even pronounce his name though. But
Drake
anyway,
Aubrey
and I
Graham.
used to always hear the accents, and I'm like, oh,
Just a
Yeah.
word.
sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. So,
Oh, was
yeah.
it set in in Canada?
Toronto, yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's a good weekend.
Yeah.
Nice sunny day today.
It was an outstanding day,
Yeah.
and so just it's a great time to be in Vancouver. You know, Vancouver in the summertime is unreal.
Oh my gosh.
Your mountains, lakes,
Literally the
big
best.
buildings. Oh,
Literally
picturesque.
the best.
Mm.
I think in the summer I came like 3 times within
it.
a month.
That's it,
almost, like almost every weekend. Yeah.
You know,
It's
it
just
works-
amazing. And because the sun doesn't set until like 10 or 11. or
Exactly. Yeah,
whatever.
you got all day.
And you know what works on a nice sunny day?
What's that?
A nice bottle of wine. So this week we've got periquita from Portugal, South Portugal actually, and to stick with the theme.
So this is me now because I'm Portuguese. So now you're going. Yeah, you did Italian last week, and then you put
Oh.
me. Yeah,
Are
I see.
you
I see it.
Portuguese?
Yeah,
Cheers, guys.
Portuguese.
Cheers,
100%.
100%.
Cheers, G.
What?
Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
Ooh.
Like 10% only though.
Ooh, Portuguese one.
Portuguese, Portugal.
Portuguese. Si. Ronaldo.
Golazo.
Yeah. We got a bit of an upgrade, Prachi.
We do. The set has.
If you guys,
yeah.
look at that.
Got in a
What's going on here?
makeover.
Yeah,
wow,
man.
This is, I feel, oh. You know, if you guys want to come on the set and experience this feeling, you know,
Let us know.
Hit us
They'll
up.
fly
Hit
you
us up.
out. They got 100 views and look at this new set.
Maybe not from New
We
Zealand,
changed
but
a lot. Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
We got it going.
But
Should we-
like, yeah. Anyway, do you not want to?
I mean,
on your set,
I mean, yeah, we added the king to the set, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I mean, we're going to we're going to keep adapting it, but
Yep.
should we dive into the podcast, man? Should
We'll get cracking, eh? We'll get cracking. And you know what today
Yeah.
is? You know what today is? February 29th.
the leap year.
Yeah. So we get, what do we get? One extra day
The
on
year of the
February?
leap.
February.
Every 4 years, is it? 4?
That is.
Yeah, 4, yeah. And so, yeah, like on this special day, like why is it even,
A leap year.
like why do leap years exist?
why do they exist?
So-
Something to do with the.
Yeah, it's the sun and the orbit and whatnot.
Mm.
It's not exactly 24 hours. It's actually like 23
23
hours
hours.
and 56 minutes. So every day you stockpile like 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
And by the end of the year, it's about by the end of 4 years, it's about an extra day. So that's how it works.
Okay,
Is that
okay.
crazy?
Yeah,
And so we
actually-
just tack it on.
I
Yeah,
actually
gotcha.
read in 4 million years, a leap year won't exist because like because the
I don't know why.
Somebody's
that's
gonna
a
get
big deal.
closer?
Someone's not gonna have a birthday anymore.
something's getting closer or something with the freaking
up there, sort of up in that
what is it
region.
called when the Earth spins?
Oh,
What's that
yeah,
shit?
look, mate. Yeah, you're talking to the wrong
Comment
bloke.
below
here.
I
if
just
you know what
blanked
that's
on
called.
No, the Earth is flat, so it doesn't spin. But
Shot Kyrie.
but yeah, man, leap year is pretty interesting. Like, what do people do like when they write like their birthdays and stuff? Like, I don't even-
Yeah.
So, do you guys know anyone born on February the 29th? Is
I
my
do.
question. Do ya?
I do, and she always makes a big deal. Like I never really. She's like, "Oh, I don't have a birthday this year," and I'm like, "Whatever." But
So
now
is it-
she has one.
But so, what if your birthday was on February 29th?
What
Though,
day
would
would
you
you
really
celebrate?
pump it up? Because you only get one
Oh, I would.
technically every 4 years.
Absolutely. Like every 4 years, that shit's gonna be popping. Like a huge party. Like
Yep.
you guys, this only comes once. It's like the Olympics. It only
Yeah.
comes once.
I'm an athlete. I'm an
World
athlete.
Cup, yeah. Oh man,
Shit,
What
eh?
about you guys?
That's a
Like,
good point.
When do they even celebrate their birthday? Is it on the 28th? Do they celebrate earlier or
Ooh.
March 1st? Like
I don't
when
I
it's
don't
not
know.
a leap year.
Surely
What
you go.
would you do?
I would go. I would go 28th of February, so it's still in February.
sounds.
You know
more
what I mean? So
familiar.
I'm always.
I'm a
in
February baby.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a
that's
February
true.
baby.
March is just like it's fresh.
You can't
new
have 2
start.
months. You know, you can't cross months from your birthday.
I totally agree with that. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's Ja Rule's birthday or something like that.
Ja Rule.
Old school.
Yeah,
Early
Ja Rule.
2000s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
And he celebrates his birthday usually on March 1st, but I don't like that. I like your reasoning. Like, let's keep it with the February.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am February.
And by the way, if you guys noticed, they bought me a stand. So,
Budget. Yeah.
But,
anyways.
can you imagine like if every leap year, like the movie The Purge, like if they made like The
what are you
Purge,
bringing up?
or like some shit like that, like every leap year, it's like okay, society just break down and no rules for a year because like it doesn't even exist.
No rules for a day. No
rules for a day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Imagine.
I think I
Yeah.
would just go to your shelter in New Zealand.
We've got the
zombie shelter?
place.
Zombie shelter. I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
Got
gonna
the lock
stay
up
here.
for 24 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know, because it could be the best, like it could be positive and the best thing, but then there's some crazy ass people.
Oh,
out
yeah.
there,
Hey, we might have to
and-
start. We might have to start planning for real with all this coronavirus. I don't want to dive into
We're
it.
not going to
but-
touch on that one, but
But
like,
that thing
hey.
be popping off.
Hey, but
man.
it's in New Zealand now. Just quickly, it's in New
Yeah.
Zealand, so be careful.
There's
everyone back
4
home.
cases in Northern California. I'm flying back tomorrow. I'm like,
Oh shoot!
shit.
Flying. That's probably the worst thing.
do it,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah, no.
Hey, speaking of flying back.
Yeah, okay.
What's the best airline in the world?
in New Zealand,
Oh.
baby.
That's it.
They
That's
just
it.
dropped
I have to admit,
the new
amazing.
safety video. You watched the safety
I watched
video?
it.
You watched the
I
safety
watched
video?
it.
Yeah. What are you guys like initial thoughts on that? Because I like.
It's not my favorite
Man.
one. I
Okay.
actually like the old Men in Black Izzy Dag rapping one. That's a good one. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
I
The-
think I've seen the one in the All Blacks. Were they?
Yeah,
all-
yeah.
Yeah,
Old Black
that one that
Oh, is
Patrick
that
was
the
in?
Men in Black?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's
That's,
a
the one
yeah.
I've seen. I've seen another one as well, and that was I don't remember it. I think it was with
Anna Faris and Reese Darby and
Yeah.
some stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know about this one. It was like
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going the other way.
Oh.
Okay, let's
I'm
be
going
positive.
as in
I
like.
love it.
Oh look, this one hit me.
Really?
And I think I watched it maybe as soon as it got released on Facebook, maybe a couple hours, and I was lying in my bed and just hearing the words kakahe, and
What does that
seeing
mean?
so like a native New Zealand bird, and then like just hearing the music, seeing the surroundings and all the nature and everything.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know what?
cool.
I actually shed a tear.
Oh.
I actually shed a tear.
Aw.
It meant that much to me, just hearing it, and then the kiwi that comes at the end, the kiwi bird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bit of
You know-
progressiveness in there as well.
just-
Swipe left, swipe right.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw
a little
that.
bit
I
of
like the
matching
Tinder
for the
part. I
kakahe.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
So, yeah.
I actually
I
didn't
actually really
catch
enjoyed it.
on that was their like a what is it? The kaka.
Kakahe.
Yeah, I didn't know.
there's
Sorry, no
heaps of like native birds in New Zealand.
Yeah, and I
That's
had
one.
no idea. I was like, what is there?
So
that's
just like
random
hearing
forward?
that, hearing the names of the
Oh.
places they mentioned, it was like, and hearing even this accent as well. Guys, Kiwis living overseas, you guys get it. Like I just bought a New Zealand flag as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm getting more patriotic by the day. More patriotic by the day.
Yeah, and you haven't been home for a while.
I've been home for
eh?
2 years.
No,
It's been 2 years.
2 years.
I've not stepped foot in New Zealand in 2 years.
No.
Step foot in New Zealand. Hey,
Are
you
you
better pay your
kidding?
student
I
loan.
stepped foot into New Zealand.
You
like,
have
just
more
last
recently?
year.
Yeah, I know. I got to go back.
Ah, man.
Christmas, guys. Christmas.
Hey.
I'll be back. Yeah, hit me up. If you want to meet up.
I'm
Christmas.
so sad for your parent. Okay, anyway, let's
But
go into that another day.
Every time I do fly back, honestly, I'll pay that extra little bit just to get on Air New Zealand.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
Let's
man.
talk about it. When you get in there, the
Air
purple
New-
lights,
Oh my gosh, the hokey pokey
ice cream, carpety ice cream, get a nice butter chicken or
Okay.
something.
All it is, it is the best
It is
airline
the
in the world.
service.
Best.
Oh, the service.
Oh.
Okay,
Amazing.
I had that literally noted down. The service, like, man, I feel like you guys actually really want to, help me out.
Yeah.
You guys want me to enjoy my flight.
care for me, even
Yeah.
if I'm an econ.
Yeah.
Economy.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
economy. I saw something on Facebook, and Air New Zealand's doing a new flight between Auckland and New York this year, direct.
Ooh.
And what they're going to trial, I think they're going to do it, or they're talking about it, but there's images already in economy class. I think for the same price ticket, they're going to try stacked bunk beds. So
Oh, no way.
three stacks high.
Ooh.
Same
How
price.
Kiwi is that?
And it's
How
that
Kiwi
really-
is
Kiwi
that?
ingenuity, and it's they can fit a 6'6" person in there.
Fucking Big Pete.
Oh.
Big Pete's going to get in there.
Big Pete, but how good is that? Because that flight will be about 17
Oh my gosh, that's
hours,
amazing.
18 hours.
It's a long
having
flight.
a bed, come out the other side,
Just knock out.
Amazing.
knocked
Take a pill?
out.
Do you guys want the
Little red wine. Boy,
the bunk bed or the middle or the low? Like which one would you want? Which tier?
Well, if you're on the top, no one's gonna come and
If you don't know anybody else.
yeah, if you're on the top, no one's gonna disturb
top.
you.
I'm going to top.
Yeah, no one's
Top.
gonna.
But
But then
it's like,
no one's
how are
on
they?
top of me.
How are they like doing this? Like the safety of what if they
That's what I
roll
was thinking.
over? They must like in the hospitals they have little bed
Rails.
Rails. They must have that or something.
I was thinking, but how do like big units or like elderly people get up to those top shelves?
They
you know?
must have to
require
have a plan.
lot of assistance.
Dude,
Yeah.
Air New Zealand's got it all figured out.
That's
knowing
true.
them.
That's true.
Honestly, and even
Well-
the light purple little dimmings. And
Oh, I
stuff.
just
Oh.
love that.
Such a
man.
good
The
aesthetic.
purple light.
What about when you walk through the gates when you get out of the plane,
Auckland
back
Airport.
into Auckland Airport?
It's so
Oh.
nice.
God,
Yeah, you've got the
I'm like, yeah.
you got the
oh my God,
Maori
I'm not from
music
New
in the
Zealand.
background. You're like, oh, I'm back.
It's so
JR
nice.
duty free.
And every time you
duty-
get on, they put out the music or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
And then I come back to America and it's just like,
Welcome back.
shit. I'm like, oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I will
Just-
admit though,
yeah.
when you land in an American airport, you automatically feel like America.
Okay.
Like,
oh yeah.
You feel
Well,
it.
it depends
As a
on the
foreigner.
airport.
As a foreigner.
LAX is like, whoa. I love
Yeah.
LAX. Well, I know
What?
the inside of LAX, not
Oh,
actually like
LAX.
orchestrating.
International terminal is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
It's just
I always take a
sucks.
tequila shot in an international terminal.
free, yeah.
shot. If you walk in on the left corner, go there.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw Ace
SFO is whatever.
ran into ASAP Rocky at
Yeah,
in
we saw
LAX too.
ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a poppin' airport. It's like
LA.
celebrity
You gonna see someone.
But
Well, what about in terms of like other airlines that
just
you
about to say that.
you don't rate? Because
You
I
don't
have one
F
in
with.
mind. I've got
I
one in
have
mind. You know what? I'm gonna share it with you.
So many. You
So
go first.
I'm just gonna like call out one,
Yeah.
if I can say that. And
Don't
first
do
of all, I'd like to apologize to all my Irish friends. I've got a
Oh.
bunch of Irish friends
Oh.
in Vancouver here. Ryanair, terrible.
Never heard of that.
Okay, so it's over in Europe. It's like a really cheap airline.
Okay.
You can go between the different countries in Europe.
Get what you pay for.
And look, I think I flew it maybe 4 or 5 times. Every time flight was delayed.
No.
Really, really expensive snacks. Service is not up to par.
They're like, oh, I hate my job, and you can feel it.
But like, just I don't know, and just the fact that every one of my Ryanair flights was like delayed. I was like, I got to the point where I was expecting it. I was like, yeah, we're not leaving it this time.
Yeah, you knew
Just
it.
turn
at
up
that
late.
time.
Yeah. So sorry, Ireland, but Ryanair.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland.
Have you been to Ireland?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
been?
yeah. Dublin
Sorry, I
and
don't know
Galway.
What the hell that was? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
I actually
I feel like domestic flights are most of the time, at least in America as well, shit. Like they are shit. I'll shout out a bunch that I hate. I hate United. I hate American. I hate
Oh, you got a lot of
Southwest.
hate in
I
there,
don't like
Gilly.
American.
Southwest.
You,
the only,
need a shoulder massage or what? Like,
I
you gotta-
do. I'm getting
you got that
really
one?
tense. Southwest is only good because they allow 2 big, huge luggages. But Alaskan and Virgin, let's stick to positive. Amazing.
Alaskan, I love it.
Amazing. You guys like. It
They're on the
reminds
Star
me of
Alliance
Air
as
New
well.
Star
Zealand.
Alliance.
Like that's maybe why. Is that part of? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I want to shout out one international one. I had to fly from California to India, which is a long flight as well. And it was this random airline called Aeroflot.
Oh yeah, it comes up on those real cheap Skyscanner and stuff. Like you get
The worst airline.
Oh my gosh! I
in
thought you were gonna
the
go the
world.
other. Oh shit!
That long ass flight, and the seats are like. I can't.
Yeah,
even,
Hey,
something
like-
about the Air New Zealand ergonomics, bro. I just like
everything, everything about it.
yeah, I'm just knocked
New
out.
Zealand, I
everything,
love
bro.
New Zealand. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, I've blanked on what I was gonna say because I love New Zealand.
Well, I was
so
going to
much.
ask you, like you said, you had a bad delay. I haven't actually had any bad delays, but I have had one of my worst flights, bro. Is when I was traveling with older Mike and Nige across the East Coast.
Okay.
We were up in the air, and like I've never had the problem
In America?
in America, yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't actually the flight, but it was landing over in into Orlando, and
you been to Orlando?
yeah,
Oh.
and
Keep surprising you every day.
I know.
Shout out.
See more America
like-
than me.
like I usually don't have a problem with my ears popping,
Oh,
but
this one?
something happened, bro, and my ear it didn't pop, and it just honestly it felt like the pressure was building in my head.
Oh, no.
And it felt like my brain was
the
actually
worst.
gonna explode.
I know that feeling.
And I was just holding my head, bro, and
That's why babies cry on.
yeah,
Oh.
I had a genuine. I'm here like trying to open my
blocking
ears,
I've had
block
that
your
before.
nose.
block my nose.
Yeah.
And I was literally just sitting there crying. And honestly, like that, because we were traveling all across the states that 2-month kind of period, that traumatized me for all the future flights. I'd get up on the flight and I'd just be like blowing my nose, blowing my nose.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm over it now, but that's probably like my worst. I haven't had any bad turbulence or anything like that.
I have.
Lucky
Yeah.
boy.
Thought I was gonna die. I messaged people. I'm like, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen, but no, for real, there's some bad turbulence out here.
Right.
And I won't get into that.
Well, should we keep it rolling?
Yeah,
I actually want to talk about a little something that's happening in Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando.
What you got?
Yeah, so this is a little two-parter, so stay with me, guys. But Universal,
Okay.
yeah, Universal has actually got a lot going on.
Okay.
So we've all been to the LA Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sick. It's got like Fast and Furious,
The Mummy,
Jurassic World, The Mummy,
Shout out.
The Mummy
Tram.
is
Yeah.
such a fun ride.
best
Harry
Best
Potter
ride.
World,
If someone
unbelievable.
doesn't
Now
take a
your
ride on
soul
the Mummy,
belongs to me.
They just wasted their Universal trip. Shout out.
Yeah,
You're telling them.
but
Do the yo.
So I also went to Orlando Universal Studios as well, and so it's actually two parks. So the Harry Potter World is like twice the size, and
Even Disneyland Disney World is like huge, right?
yeah, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Twice the
Oh,
size
my
of
bad.
Manhattan.
My bad.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
listening.
yeah.
Anyway,
But
go on.
anyway, Universal is making some major moves here.
Okay,
And
so-
basically, they're expanding, and it's going to open in 3 years in Orlando. They're going to open a Nintendo World. It's all together. So
They
Mario,
I didn't know they had Nintendo.
they're probably the licensing rights.
Oh.
Wow.
They're building.
That's gonna be sick.
Yep.
Could you imagine like go karting?
Mario Karts. Yeah.
Like, oh,
but all the decorations.
Rainbow Road.
oh.
But yeah, all the decoration
Let's go, Toad.
in the village is all going to be like
Peach.
Ma-
No, just kidding.
like, all the decorations going to be like
Sorry.
Mario style.
Diddy
and then,
Kong. Okay, go on.
And then they're building out a complete like Jurassic World.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty sick. And then what are you going to say something?
like a Jurassic World. Like, how cool would it be if you like
you walk into Jurassic World,
and
right?
it's like the movie when you walk in, it's just this huge.
It's just this
Remember
huge
the
thing.
third movie or something like that?
Yeah. And then
sick
Oh
if they create
my
that.
they're making a How to Train Your Dragon World and also expanding the Harry Potter World. But
Already huge.
bro, that's going to be sick because like when you go into these places, you actually just like teleport into a different.
Yeah, it's
Like you understand, like
insane.
your whole adulthood just goes out the door. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a kid for a day.
You're an
Exactly.
amusement park
Yeah.
person then, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Have
Fuck
you been
yeah.
to Disneyland and all that? Or
LA stuff. Yeah.
Isn't
All the LA
it
stuff.
so fun? Like it doesn't matter that it's Disneyland. It's like
for kids.
for
or whatever.
kids or whatever. It's just still
You lose yourself. That's how I put it. You lose
the
yourself.
magic they create and
Oh, yeah.
like the
Dreams
detail
come
of
true.
every
Wait,
100.
you've got to
100.
You've got to go again. You haven't been since they opened Star Wars, the Star Wars world or Star Wars
Oh yeah,
Land.
and you're a fan of Star Wars?
Oh,
Big
love
fan.
Star.
Yeah.
Big fan. Love
Yeah.
it.
So Disneyland LA has remodeled a bunch of their rides to be Star Wars, but they've also opened a Star Wars land like area.
Yeah.
But the Disney World in Orlando has a complete Star Wars park.
Oh whoa.
So, like,
That's
one day-
insane.
Oh, that
And
needs
so-
to be touched.
Wait,
and
that's
experienced.
So that's part of the reason why Universal's doing this is because they want us to try and compete with Disney a little more. And this actually brings me to my second point of what
Okay.
they tried to do.
Okay.
So, you know, like 10, 15 years ago, whatever, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, the first Iron Man came out and the Hulk, and they started
Amazing.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Disney.
Created
right?
it. Yeah.
Marvel.
And then they like bought Marvel and that became this big thing. Well, at the time, and I feel like everyone just missed it. It didn't land properly. Universal they own all the rights to all the like monsters, like werewolf, Dracula,
Right.
Frankenstein, the Mummy.
Adam's Family?
Ooh.
I'm not sure Adam's Family,
Okay.
but like a bunch of different things, right? I think Adam's Family.
I think so.
And so
Yeah.
they did this original sleet of monsters universe, and they would try to make this thing where they wanted to make the things tie together. So
Okay.
that, like back then they had Van Helsing, like Hugh Jackman and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But then that all started to flop. But then like 4 or 5 years ago, as Avengers was in its prime, they tried to do it again, and they did a relaunch with Tom Cruise in the Mummy movie, right?
Yeah.
I
And
didn't watch that.
they also
The Mummy?
hired.
Third one.
No, the Tom Cruise
Cruise- I
one.
didn't watch it
yeah.
either.
Yeah, third one.
But
I
then-
loved
you don't-
I love the Mummy,
No, I'm
but
a
I
huge
was just
Mummy.
like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise. He just kind of
Imhotep. Imhotep.
But they also they locked in Johnny Depp and Russell Crowe, and they were going to build out this whole thing of like Dracula and everything.
Oh, that's
man.
dope.
But-
But it failed again.
What?
And so what they
No.
decided to do is instead just split it up and do individual movies instead of trying to like tie them all together.
Yeah.
So they've actually just because you know like you guys might not know, but horror movies are actually like way cheaper to make. So
Oh,
they actually
100%.
they
Oh,
released
right.
one of
That's
their
why
first
there's
ones.
So many.
So
of them.
many.
There used to
Yeah.
be
Netflix
only
is a
like I
bunch.
feel during Halloween time, but now they're just popping on
It-
all the time.
So Invisible Man
Invisible
just
Man's
came
coming
out.
up. Yeah.
It just came out.
It came
Oh,
out-
I seen
it
the
and
did
it's done
story.
real well. And that's
Has it
part-
done well?
and that's
It
part of
did.
their
Okay,
thing.
interesting.
Dude, that commercial freaks me the F out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Throwing the
nope.
paint on him?
Yeah. And she's like,
Bro,
he's there. I'm like, oh my god.
I hate horror
I'm under
movies, bro.
stress at the moment.
I
The
hate horror
actress
movies.
is amazing as well,
Oh,
but
wow, you hate horror movies?
I've only seen probably like 5. I've seen The Exorcist, The Paranormal
No.
Activities, Wrong Turn, and that's like
Okay.
it. Like I like thrillers,
Excuse me.
You go.
like Get Out and stuff. I like that, but
Okay.
like,
Not like really
Like
proper
horror.
horrors. Okay.
what are your
so-
favorite horrors?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, can I say my favorite movie of all time is a comedy? It's Happy Gilmore.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's it.
But my favorite genre is
He's
horror.
Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Happy Medicine
I love
Productions.
Adam Sandler movies.
Happy Medicine
He's such
Productions.
a funny guy, except for this new one that came out, Uncut Gems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
All
a
good, all good.
comedy.
Drama rock. A lot of
It
people
was
like
an
that though.
comedy.
Back in the day,
Vishant made me
unreal.
watch it. His brother. Anyway, go on.
I haven't seen it.
Horrors. So horror is actually my favorite genre, though.
Real?
Yeah, I love horror. I love being scared. I love scaring myself.
Okay.
Like, because
I'll scare you more often then, bro.
try me.
Try
Try me.
me.
We'll go back to the second time. But I like all the paranormal stuff. It really grinds with gears. Gets my blood boiling. Like it really just. I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You know the original
Wow.
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Woo!
Like,
Yep.
if you remember that.
Yes. Sorry, I'm
and
like so excited.
The Exorcist freaks me out, but the paranormal activities, they get to me more because we live out in the
That's
country and
right,
stuff.
right.
The things that can be like a little bit more realistic, like, oh shit, I'm alone in the house right now.
Yeah.
I hear a noise. Because Wrong Turn
Yeah.
was one where like it was some inbred family and they make people crash and then they like kidnap them and they try and hunt them and shit.
The Fourth Kind is another.
And so when I was driving around in the countryside, that would freak me out a
you
little
out,
bit.
yeah.
But
I've
paranormal
never watched
activity,
that.
oh, my hand's actually getting sweaty
No,
now. Like
like
what
the-
was your
it's-
favorite one? You were saying.
Well, I was gonna say that I actually watched one last night.
Okay, shut
I
up. What
watched
did
one
you
last
watch?
night.
Paranormal.
I watched it with Kaylin and Emily. Shout out, girls.
yell them.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was a paranormal one, and it was called Veronica,
What?
and it was based.
never heard of that.
Yeah, no, it's on Netflix, and it's in Spanish.
Oh,
But so it's got subtitles.
foreign
but
movies are the
and it was
craziest.
so scary. It was based
That's why you
in
were a little
Madrid,
shook
Spain,
coming back home.
1991. So back in the day as well, it makes it even more scary, I think.
Fuck.
And all I'll say is that it's kind of based around a bit of an exorcism.
Oh my
and
god.
I went to bed. I was so scared.
No
This is
way.
proper scary. And actually today, for the whole day, I was kind of looking out for signs.
I told you.
I was like,
When you came
whenever
back,
I watch
you were
a
little
paranormal,
shook. I was like, why is he
what's this
not
guy? What happened to
quiet?
this
Why
guy?
is he down?
every time I watch a paranormal, I'm like, okay, it's going to happen to me today.
Yeah.
And actually was hanging out at Granville Island today.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
But I'm still on the lookout. Even if it was nighttime, I'd be even like more sort of scared.
Right, 100%.
Like when you're walking home alone and stuff.
Oh my gosh, cemetery at night, no deal.
You weren't sleeping here last night, and I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, Devin's not out there. He's
Oh
not
my God,
protecting
he's not protecting.
us.
but
Guard dog.
But get this. What's that sound, Devin? But yeah, nah. So I was on the lookout, and you know
Yeah,
what? Something approached me.
No,
And guess
okay.
what it was? It
What
was
was
a
it?
it was a pram, right?
A what?
It was
Push
a pram.
chair.
You know, a push chair
pram?
for kids, pram. Like I think what
like
do you
a
guys call
push
it?
chair,
You
like
put a baby.
a-
You put a baby in it, and the mother like
stroller.
Yeah,
What
stroller.
the hell? A
It's
pram?
American. Yeah, we're in North America, so we gotta use that. So this pram was
Pram.
coming towards me. There was no baby in it, and there was no parents behind pushing it. It was just.
Oh my god.
It was literally. And
Okay, it was just coming towards
it
you.
was just coming towards me. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm out." I hopped out of my seat, and then guess what? Like as soon as it went past me, the kid was behind it pushing it. So,
Right.
but I couldn't see the kid from like a distance, and I was like,
he's so small.
I feel like when kids are in horror movies,
It's the
they're
worst.
worst.
Annabelle,
It's
that
the
movie.
worst. Oh,
Did you see? I didn't
don't
see
do
the
that.
movie, but the trailer for Annabelle itself just freaked me out. Like,
Or can I say like a little girl's voice?
Oh.
That's the scariest shit.
hey, play with me.
Are you gonna
like,
play with me, mommy? What's
And-
oh,
wrong?
and in the Annabelle trailer where she looks under her blanket and nothing's there, and then she opens up the blanket again. And it's like, go.
and then
No,
they
no, no,
turn
Annabelle?
their heads.
Oh.
I say no, but I love it though. I secretly
Yeah.
love it. You know
so
what I mean?
I used to love horror movies. Like I used to love them. I watched The Ring in theaters.
Ooh, call out of the TV now.
Yeah, I used to. I was traumatized. I was like 13 years old, but
Yeah.
I watched it. I used to love horror movies. But then I got older and
Yeah.
I moved and I lived in my apartment by
By
myself.
yourself, that's the one.
Hell no, I do not touch horror movies anymore. And I
Really?
love them. I love them, but I don't because I believe in spirits and stuff. So,
Totally, same here.
So what really creeped me out, I mean, you heard me. I really like true crime, but so I mean, I already have issues. I already get scared at night.
Hey, there's no way you can break into her apartment. She puts the laundry basket in front of it, so there's
I
no way
put
you're
a
gonna.
chair in front of the
all the spirits
I
going
live
running
in
away.
a I live in an old ass apartment building, so if you want to break in, it's really easy. So I put a chair in front of there.
You know, usually I'm.
Anyway, what?
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Yeah. But anyways, so now I don't watch any horror movies, but I love them so much because I feel like the spirits and stuff. I keep obsessing. I'm like, oh my god, what
You should watch.
happens?
You should watch the one I watched last night, Veronica.
Why would I watch that? You were scared
Can I
all
just give you
day.
one little snippet of it? And this is for people who have seen it as well. Veronica.
No, I don't like that shit.
Veronica,
No, stop that. Stop it that. You know when you're little, like, I don't know if you guys
That's
knew
scary,
this.
Give them one
of
You guys
these, like,
have this in New Zealand. If you go into like a bathroom and you turn off all the lights or some shit.
Oh,
and you say,
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Oh!
Yeah.
I used to do that, and
I like would always like
or
walk
Ouija
to the
board.
bathroom door ready to do it, and I sacked it. I didn't do it.
It's when you're thinking it, like sometimes in the middle of the night, like you
You hear
it just
a
pops
noise
in.
and or you wake up at 3 a.m.
Yes,
which is the
the
freaking
paranormal
spirit
3 a.m.
or hour.
You're like,
I wake up
You're like,
all the
why
time.
am I up?
You're like, oh my god, the ghost is here. The ghost is here. The ghost is here. Yeah.
There were times where like I'd go to the bathroom and I'd be too scared to look in the mirror.
Yeah, bro. Yep, I still do it. Hey, bro, what about sleep? I don't know why. You know, I want to bring this up.
Before you jump to that, just go one last part on the ghosty. This is honestly, I don't really care about parental guidance and like young people shouldn't be watching this. But like I got traumatized from some ghost show. It was one of those weird shows on TV2
Casper.
and
Yeah, bro.
Prime. No. Where Ghostbuster. But there was some random show about like ghost stories and stuff. And there was this one situation where some dude went into a bathroom and there was some cowboy ghost and like he was going, oh, and like all the toilet paper was flying and stuff. But bro, honestly, for like a whole year, my bed was like on the other side of the room from the light switch. And I used to get so scared. I used to just fucking turn the light switch
You're not
off and
in
just
control.
run into bed.
Yeah,
and
right.
it just seemed like
God.
like so fucking far.
Just get there.
Just get in there and you're safe under the covers.
What about The Grudge?
Yeah, I watched The Grudge as well. Oh, damn, you're so good at that. Fuck.
I know. It's kind of creepy. But
What
my god, that what reminded me of that is why I brought that up is because that traumatized me when I watched that. I was like, what?
Oh, right.
Asian horror films are another level.
It's just those foreign ones, eh?
I'm
Like,
like-
it just hits different.
I feel like
They
we're
don't
living in
have-
one right now with the old coronavirus, eh?
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
I don't want to
but
talk about that. Anyway,
a topic that just jumped into my mind was like
Yeah.
sleep paralysis. Have you
Oh.
guys ever had that before?
I
what
haven't,
is
but
that again? Remind me.
my little brother and my cousin have gotten a couple, like several times.
He said he
so
got,
s-
it's that when he got with the ghost or something.
No, so what happens
no.
is when your body's in REM,
No, he did, though,
when your
but yeah.
body's in REM or deep sleep,
Deep
Yeah.
sleep.
your body actually shuts down the ability to move your muscles so that it's in rest.
Yep.
So only your brain is active. So physically, like you physically can't move because your brain has shut off those pathways.
That's
But,
freaky.
but
So this
you
has
can be
happened-
conscious. Your brain can be conscious,
This is
but sometimes you're in this weird mix of dreamland and reality, and so
This is
weird
the
shit can
scariest
happen.
shit.
Oh
This
my-
is the
has it
scariest
happened
shit.
to you?
So this happened to me like at least 5 times.
no.
At least 5 times. And guys, I'm
No.
sure some of you guys back home are listening,
No.
watching sleep paralysis. So like it's like Brigitte was saying. like,
Sorry.
so
like,
you.
5
Like you
times?
understand that you're kind of you're awake
Yeah.
and you want to yell out and you want to
Yeah.
move your body but you can't. So imagine yelling for help
Oh
but
my
your jaw just doesn't move. And like that's the
Dude.
giveaway for me. That's the giveaway for me. I know I'm in sleep paralysis when my jaw starts shaking and I can't yell.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I just fully just relax my body, understand that I'm in sleep paralysis, and then a few seconds later I come out of it. But in that moment, it's really really freaky.
So you know how to
It's
manage
really-
it now, but that's
I know how to manage it now. I've had it a lot of
freaky.
times. Yeah,
It's crazy as hell. Do you remember your first time?
I remember my first time. Yep.
Was it like
first
what
time.
the hell is happening
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, I was actually sleeping downstairs in like the living room with my brother and maybe a couple of our mates as well, and like just body started shaking and I couldn't move my jaw and I was trying to yell out Sean, my brother's name, and I couldn't get it out. But like
That gives me anxiety. Because
Yeah,
that's
but-
really, because just think about
The
that.
common ones is you feel somebody pushing down on your chest.
I don't like that.
Or you feel somebody
I
holding
would
your
start
arm or
thinking it's
holding
the
your
ghost.
leg.
Yeah.
I would think
And,
that's the ghost.
Like,
well, there actually is like this is just more of a theory that like sleep paralysis is actually related to like a spirit.
Ghosts. Okay.
And then there's been cases of when people have like gone through that sleep paralysis period, and when they come back to full consciousness, there's like a shadow just overlooking them.
No. That's what
But
happened
can-
to your friend.
Yeah, but can I tell you
Yeah.
something? The power of the mind is something else.
That is.
Like people will say,
It is insane.
people will
You
say,
get in your own head.
"Oh, it was grabbing me during sleep paralysis, and I woke up in the morning, I had
Yeah.
bruises on my wrist."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is,
But
your brain can trick you
can
into.
do
You might have been
anything.
squeezing
Right.
your own wrist. Like
Right.
the brain,
Brain is literally insane
Like
organs.
I
We only use 10% of it, so imagine if we unlocked more. Of
I
it.
know,
I only like 1%.
It's only 10%. I'm just kidding.
Well, I use 2%.
I only like 1% believe in like spirits and like all that. I don't believe in it, but it freaks me out a little bit. You know what I mean? But like, it's just a weird thing, man. Like the brain is just a fucking weird thing.
Yeah.
If I got stuck, I don't know what I'd do in this situation. Like
You just got to really just calm yourself. It's tough, but
something happened the other day.
I feel
Calm it
like
down.
everything though, like not everything, but like just like anxiety. I don't think you experience anxiety. You are a different human being. Like you don't experience a lot, but that's just like everything. You just gotta find a way to cope with it
Yeah.
and like tell your brain like, nah, this ain't anything.
that's it.
Gotta go. Moving forward as well.
Yeah. You got some stuff for us, G?
I do. I didn't get to talk
Shit.
what I wanted.
Can we
to
lighten
talk
it up a
about.
little bit? Jesus.
It is exactly lighting
This
it up.
is a nice chat,
We
guys.
talked about.
Do you guys enjoy this? I enjoy this chat.
Yeah.
I like spirits and all that kind of stuff.
same.
So
It's interesting.
one day when I like don't live alone, I'm definitely gonna be a what is it? Scary movie enthusiast. Okay, so let's move on to. We talked about Universal. Let's move on back to Disney and Lizzie McGuire.
Keep going.
Did you guys watch Lizzie
Ooh.
McGuire?
way back in the
Way
day.
back.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When it was on Disney Channel,
Yep.
obviously.
Hillary Duff.
Hillary. Every guy had a crush on.
Kind
Hillary
of should have mentioned her in the first first crush conversation a couple
I know
of weeks back.
we've got a mate that was his number one stunner,
Yeah.
number one crush.
Who's that?
I won't name him, but it's,
He's
Okay.
getting married
yeah,
soon.
Yeah.
it's
Oh, okay.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think my
Yeah.
clue is
Yeah.
good. Anyway,
I actually never really like.
you didn't watch
Just
it?
stop it.
No, wait. Her
Just
real name's
stop it.
Hillary Duff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these days she's double C. She's
She
thick.
got thick
but
and in a good way.
but back I know, and but back then I don't know. I just never watched it. Like
Okay.
Oh, really?
I was watching. busy
Anyway.
watching Kim Possible. Huh? What?
Okay.
Kim Possible is awesome
Please
too.
and thank
a lot
you.
of guys were into Kim Possible as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in
in an
Impossible.
anime.
Well,
like
meet me.
she's
reach me,
anime.
hear
Yeah.
me, hear me.
Oh.
Anyway, so Lizzie McGuire is getting a reboot. I don't know if you knew this, and they're about to
Okay.
go. They were planned to go on Disney Plus. You know,
Yep,
Disney
Disney
We
Plus,
talked
yep.
about streaming
Goes
last
well.
week. But she's now Lizzie McGuire, 30 years old. She's playing a 30-year-old character.
Is she only 30?
Yeah. Well, I don't
That's
think
so
she's
long.
30.
She's probably
I don't
early
think she's
30s.
30, but like she's playing a character who was 30.
Okay.
Which is very, very young. And so basically, Hillary Duff and the creator of Liz McGuire, they're having creative differences with Disney Plus right now.
Uh-oh.
And Hillary Duff even like wrote a whole Insta story, or actually not even an Insta story. You know, it's real when it's an Instagram post. And she wrote like a basically saying like, how are we supposed to make? They wanted to be true to a woman in their 30s. Like they wanted to be true through what you go through when you're an
The
adult.
audience is older now.
The
like-
audience is
Right.
older, the people that would be into it,
Right.
and they didn't want it to be just a PG version like that, what is it? What do you guys call it? Not cheeky.
Cheesy.
Cheesy, like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? They didn't want any of that.
Like a
so
proper,
they actually
real. Yeah.
stopped productions
Oh.
on the show.
Really?
And Hillary Duff literally said, please move us to Hulu so we
Because
can
Disney owns Hulu. as well.
yeah, and so we can create the story we want. And so there's quite a few
Interesting.
like what I thought was interesting. Like there's quite a few like I hope Even Stevens. I love
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Oh my god, I rewatched all of Even Stevens and I couldn't
Did you?
believe. Yes, I couldn't believe how much of a he's such an amazing actor.
Even as a kid, right?
As a
You got a
kid,
gift.
and then I watched his
Just do it.
yeah,
Do it.
is amazing. And I even watched Honey Boy,
his new movie.
his new movie
Okay.
with like it's about his father. He's just freaking
He's
amazing.
so talented. He's so talented.
talented.
If we're gonna really chuck it back to those days, can I just say that's so Raven? It's
Well,
so
no.
mysterious to me.
and what's that?
Nah.
The look that like
Yeah.
she's looking into the future, and then she goes,
Oh yeah, that.
Nah, I actually liked Corey in the House.
Oh,
my
God, I
God.
went after
Corey.
Yeah.
I like
In the
Sweet Life of
house.
Zach and Cody as
Oh.
well.
That's another one. Cole Sprouse, my
That
boy.
was Cole. That's your
That was
boy.
my
I can't-
favorite.
yeah.
Zach and Cody.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, we love Zack and Cody, but can I say
I
my
love
favorite is
Wizards
Keenan
as
and
well.
Cal?
Oh yeah, but
Oh,
that was
that's
before.
That's Nickelodeon.
That's
Oh yeah,
before.
Nickelodeon.
But,
Oh
okay,
sorry.
fine. Let's talk about Nickelodeon
Whoa.
too.
Yeah,
Keenan and
sorry.
Kel, all that.
Crossing. Keenan and Cal, all that was even before, and then
like
Drake
the
and
Amanda
Josh.
Show.
Drake and Josh was another one
Drake
that
and
was
Josh,
massive.
Yeah. I watched it, but I was like,
Bro, even my dad
I
likes Drake
love
and Josh.
Drake
I
and
like
Josh.
Drake and
Like
Josh,
even my
but
dad
That was
likes Drake and
always
Josh.
on.
I watched it, but it wasn't like my favorite.
Oh, it was so good. So
I
epic.
love Keenan Kel though. Who loves orange soda? I do.
Kid who?
I loved orange
Oh,
soda too.
why? He's
But anyway,
good,
my
man.
point was like,
Boom, boom,
if these,
boom.
if more of these shows, like
boom,
Disney
boom,
Plus is definitely gonna get more, like
What, mature shows?
revivals or whatever,
reboots.
Okay, yeah,
reboots, whatever
reboots.
frickin's called. Do you think like they should stick with their old audience and play to their characters as like the older audience, or should they try to get new audience like Girl Meets World did? Like I loved Boy Meets World.
Oh, this is a nice
and
little
Boy
question
Meets
here,
World was
girlie.
amazing. And then when they came back with Girl Meets World, and some of the original actors were on it, and it's like about their kids or whatever. But it was so cheesy. I did
Right.
not watch that, and it wasn't really for the Boy Meets World fans.
Okay.
So should Lizzie McGuire be for the younger generation, or should it stay continuous with
Original fans.
original fans?
I think that is one that should be original fans.
I think so too.
But for example, another one, The Fresh Prince is actually doing a reboot.
no.
And
No.
Yep. But
I didn't know this.
But it's
Did you know this?
I don't know this. I'm just
How are
absolutely
you not?
dumbfounded
How are
by
you
that.
not reacting?
Like I'm
No, no,
reacting
but
like
it's-
internally.
You're like in shock. About it.
Yeah, I'm in shock.
it's
We're getting
gonna
Fresh Prince.
but it's gonna be the female version of the Fresh
Oh.
Prince.
What? Whoa,
And
whoa, whoa,
I think
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think I read it might even be an animated series. It might not even be
okay.
a thing. But
Will
it's
Will Smith's
I
voice
th-
be
I
on
think-
it?
I think Yara Shahidi's involved from Grownish. Maybe
Okay,
I think
okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Actually, I think I've heard this like a long
Yeah?
time ago. She's cool.
She's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see what pans out with that. But
But anyway, what were you saying?
that one would be like, I don't feel like that would be necessarily for us, because that's probably going to be modern day and stuff. It's probably going to be more geared towards like, the 10 to 20 year olds or whatever.
Yeah.
But Lizzie McGuire, I think that is one where like the 13-year-olds that were watching it are now at that age where they're probably dating and stuff as well. And I think that one is one that should age up. You know
I
what I
totally
mean?
think it should age up. I think like it's about 13-year-olds, and they're 13-year-olds these days are definitely more ahead of times than we.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
They look better than us.
Well
On TikTok.
ahead.
Can we talk about how they do not
Oh.
have an awkward
Renegade,
stage?
Hey.
Like, I definitely had that awkward stage, and it gave me a personality, so thank you for that. But, like, these 13-year-olds...
Be a child for as long as you can, everybody.
Yep.
Be a child for as long as you
100%.
can.
But these
To this
13-year-olds
day.
these days have no awkward stage. Like, they do not...
Yeah,
they're
'cause
just
makeup
They're
is
beautiful.
so
shit.
good at talking as well.
Makeup is shit.
Like,
Yeah, they're
me as a
so
13-year-old
beautiful.
couldn't even talk to like any girl on earth.
Yeah, and now TikTok, I
speaking?
watch
Nothing.
TikTok, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's a freaking high schooler.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you got to be dangerous out here. If you're a single guy, like one day we should play that game of guess how old she is.
yeah, because on
'Cause-
TikTok, these girls are so beautiful, and you're like, wow, she's so pretty, and it's like, oh, okay, calm down. She's like 15.
14.
Yeah, she's literally like 15
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I don't know what happened, but
She's too young for you, bro.
anyway, so basically, that we think we should just depends on the show. We'll progress.
Depends on the show.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think
Lizzie
that's so
McGuire.
Raven that you brought it up. It's having a
Oh
reboot.
yeah, with she's a mother now, and it's the kids. So that
Oh.
one,
this is
Yeah.
fucking awesome. We're
No.
getting everything back.
I think it's already it's a full series. Like it's already
it's
done.
happened.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
happened.
definitely didn't watch it.
But I think
didn't watch it.
that one, I would say, gear it more towards a younger audience.
I agree.
Some of us would watch it, and a lot of people our age have 5-year-olds that would watch it as well. But that one, if it's going to live on Disney Channel
Who
or
do you
whatever,
know that is our age that has a 5-year-old?
well, let's say a little bit
Name
older than
one
me.
person.
A little bit older than me, man. Like my older cousins
arguments.
that have maybe that are like 4 or 5 years older than me, but they would still have watched the Disney Channel. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes, I see you.
But I'm saying like, yeah, no 30-year-old's going to sit down and watch the Disney Channel.
Nah.
But
Except
like,
for Grilling, who watched Even Stevens all.
Even Stevens is
but
good.
even Stevens is,
agree.
but that's old school. That's us. You're not going to
Yeah.
sit down and watch a new.
I also watched Proud Family. Proud Family's coming back, which is you guys probably didn't watch that.
I
It was
don't
a
know that one.
cartoon,
Tell
and it
us.
was
Yeah, we didn't get
okay.
that.
I'll touch on this really quickly, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, move on.
But it was an animated series. It was all black cast. And if you think about it, like back in 2000, I don't know, 2000,
Early 2000s,
early
yeah.
2000s, that. But like, you know what I mean? But it's their actual culture, and for Disney Channel to actually do that, I'm like, shit, they did that.
Progressive.
That's very progressive. So I'm excited for that to come back to my girl Penny Proud.
What else you got for us, G?
But I'll move on to another kind of Disney Bachelor. Have you guys watched The Bachelor?
Oh, ABC, isn't it?
ABC, yeah.
yeah, of
I
course.
have watched
Bachelor?
one or
course.
two. I've watched the New Zealand
Oh, there's a new
season.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of
and
them.
I've
yeah.
watched the Nick Viall season.
Oh yeah, with Vanessa and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's like Bachelor in Paradise, huge industry. I don't know how it is in the other countries. I don't know how it is
Arts,
in Canada.
Watch parties, art
But
green,
in
green.
America, it's huge. Like Mondays are like 2-hour bachelors, whatever, right?
watch
Guess what?
Oh
parties.
yeah, Monday night is Bachelor night.
Bachelor
Yeah, I know that
night.
from my American
Mhm,
fans.
Get
yeah.
your wine. and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
So basically, they're creating a senior citizen bachelor. Crazy?
They're gonna go to like a retirement village and film it in there, or
I
what?
have no
Gotta
idea.
get the old dye out, dye
I'm
the
like,
hair.
literally thinking of how are these senior citizens gonna look? Like they're casting for them right now.
That'll be
Like,
pure entertainment because
Is
I've heard some things about retirement villages. I've heard some
Oh,
things now.
yeah.
I've heard some things now.
Really?
Highest
They're at
STD.
that
I feel like
stage.
the
Yeah,
elderly
they're at that
definitely know how to
stage.
live better than
But
us.
how senior?
They
how
enjoy
senior is
themselves.
this?
We'll say that.
I have no idea.
50,
I don't
60,
have
70?
the details. I don't
Okay.
have the details, but like senior citizen means like 60s and above, I assume. And I mean, I think it'll be cute because it might be
Senior
like maybe
citizens card.
someone never got
Discount.
married, or maybe they're widowed or whatever. Like
Right.
I think it's gonna be so cute. Would you watch it?
No, okay, I'd be interested just because
Okay.
when you get up towards that age, some 60-year-olds look 45 and some 60-year-olds look 80.
Yeah, if you live in Beverly Hills, you look 45.
Even if you just
Botox.
take care of yourself, you know? No,
Magic.
If you just take care of yourself
Yeah,
and
even
work
if you just
out and
exercise, eat healthy.
like
go
these
to
guys like
church
George
every day.
Clooney, bro. George Clooney's like 60.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And
That's
like
wild.
this is
That
like
is wild.
there's a comedian. His name's Joey Diaz. He's like the same age as Joe Rogan, but he looks 20 years older than Joe Rogan. Like,
It's about your telomeres and all that shit too.
telomere. Yeah, we'll jump into telomeres one day.
Yeah.
Take care
Will
of
Smith's
yourself.
telomeres are like freaking
Oh
young as
yeah,
hell.
take care of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pharrell. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to bring
Yeah,
out
all-
my Monday night wine again. Maybe it'll be a Sunday night. For
All
the
these
elderly.
dating shows pop off, eh?
They
Like,
pop off.
what's
There's
the-
some in New Zealand too, like specific.
there's one that we had in
New
New Zealand
Zealand?
called Married at First Sight, and I think there's something else going around in the world. I just saw it on
What's that
Netflix.
blind? What's that blind one? Is
Love
that
is
Married
Blind.
to-
Love is Blind.
Love is
Blind.
Blind?
It is popping off. I haven't watched it yet. Have you guys?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, but it's like popping off on Netflix where I don't know, but apparently it's like essentially sounds kind of like arranged marriage.
Yeah,
Like they
so-
don't see each other, so you guys
Yeah.
are sitting next to each other, but there's
A barrier.
What are you trying to say?
barrier. I mean, there's a barrier and everything between them, and they have like a few dates for I don't know a certain period of time, and then they finally meet each other, and for some I think they have to move in with each other or something,
Okay.
and then they
Just have to get
freaking
married.
pop the question. They don't have to, but like it ends up popping. I don't know if that's even the case.
I know,
I
I
could
think-
be completely
No,
wrong,
I think
but I've seen I
how
think
it works
is
is the first time they see them is when the girl walks up the aisle.
yeah.
Wow,
Isn't that insane? Would you
that's
ever
actually
do that?
entertainment.
Yeah, and then
That's
I thi-
entertainment,
Then I
seeing
think
the
they
face.
Then I think they follow them the weeks like afterwards and see how
mean, you
it all
have
develops.
to.
and
I,
stuff
I feel like
that.
Ross Geller would enjoy this. He would enjoy
feel
being on the show.
I
can't get divorced for a third time.
He needs to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be on there. But I feel like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the first year in your relationship, everybody's happy. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter who it is for the most part. It does matter, but like
Yeah.
as long as there's some attraction or whatever. The first year is gonna be like freaking rainbows
Oh,
and
hello.
sunshine no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's
Puppy
pretty
love.
terrifying if you ask me. That like what happens when the going gets tough, and like 2 years later when the what is it the magic is gone and
Yeah,
whatever. Like
right.
what's gonna
What do you
happen
do?
after that? Like
Yeah, the honeymoon stage is over
honeymoon.
now. Yeah,
I was thinking of
yeah,
that
I got
word.
you.
Yeah.
Well, even
That's
The
it.
Bachelor, like a lot of people break up after The Bachelor too.
No, there's some people that stayed together.
After that honeymoon stage.
Jordan was Jordan on what, like season 3 of New Zealand. Remember Jordan?
Oh, the
Isn't there a girl that like was on The Bachelor that asked you out or like?
No. Just back in the old New Zealand days.
That's another
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I don't know
I mean,
what it was.
I'll share.
Okay, I didn't know. if you
Maybe
wanted
we
to.
can.
I was like, shit.
Yeah. Well, so I was just having a yarn. Yeah, what we
Yeah.
call a chat in New Zealand.
Okay,
To
yawn.
a-
spin some
yeah,
yarn.
spin a
Yarn?
to a lass at the bar.
Lass.
And
Female.
managed to catch the digits back in this is back a few years ago now.
Number.
Numbers.
And yeah, and then I take a look.
Google Translate.
Yeah. And then I take a look back in New Zealand, and she's the bachelorette. I'm like, oh,
That's
okay,
insane.
interesting, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Damn, she
Yeah.
didn't have to go to the Bachelorette if it wasn't for you. If you just called her back.
Thanks for that. No. Yeah, that's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Ah, well, switch
else
off the TV. What else we got going on?
Head ass, baby.
Well, should we stick with the TV, shall we?
No, we're moving on.
Keep it
to
moving, you know we
David
keep it moving.
Beckham.
Ah,
Oh, so I actually wanted to just touch on this quickly. So maybe we should just, because I think we are reaching up onto time. Should we just do some little quick hitters? to finish off the day? Yeah.
Finish it off.
Oh wait, we could have talked about Kim K.
Well, maybe we'll
Okay.
finish with Kim K then. You know?
Oh no, maybe we should do sports.
No, okay, anyway.
You got some quick hitters for us.
Yeah. David Beckham is actually, after like 7 years of planning, having not his first game. He is now the owner of the newest MLS Major League Soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's in Miami, and they're having their first game, I
Miami.
think, this weekend or next weekend.
Okay.
And
That's why he's been on Jimmy and all that.
yeah, that's why. And like, I think it's real cool because number one, Miami is just like a sick city to have a sports
Miami
team
is
like
the
that.
best. Have you been to Miami?
I haven't been, but the rest
Oh
of my
my
family's been.
gosh, you've got to go.
Yeah.
Quickly. Miami's got a vibe to it.
Mysterio 5.
I want everybody to bam bam.
It's just like happiness all the time, a party all the time. You're just in
Well,
a
all the crazy
vibe.
stories come out of Florida, so
But
I mean,
They
crazy
do.
people are in Florida.
Yeah,
The
okay.
craziest people in Florida and
Yeah.
what does Charlamagne say?
Charlamagne.
And the Bronx. Anyway,
Bronx.
go on.
Yeah. But no, I was just wanted to say, like, I always like it when America helps grow a sport, because then it grows a sport globally.
Yep.
Because, you know, they're like
I
the
think
cultural
soccer is
leaders.
already huge though.
Yeah, but so
it is.
what I want,
They want the MLS to get real big though.
they want the MLS to get real big, and like he was talking about the possibilities of potentially getting like Messi or Ronaldo there in
Oh
the future.
my God.
Like, can you imagine that? Like,
Imagine
Oh my
Ronaldo walking through LA. Gee.
God. He did. He walked through UCLA and I was there and I was like,
oh.
hi.
oh, damn. And he said
Portuguese God. Reminds me of
Yeah.
myself.
But like, it just kind of makes
That
me.
would make it on another level. But the thing is, like, David Beckham did come play for LA Galaxy, and
Yeah.
it didn't
Yeah.
get that big stuff.
Nah, it did. It got huge.
Really?
Yeah, it boosted it like crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think it hit a certain audience, but I think the US
Did he
men's.
do good on LA Galaxy?
Yeah, he won a championship.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Fact check
bad.
me. But
That's how much I'm
I
not
think the
fact
US
checking
men's
right.
soccer team, they missed out on the FIFA World Cup, which sucks because like that just
The
stunts
women's soccer team, though. Let's just talk about the U.S. women's soccer team. Amazing.
They won
Yeah.
it. They won it. They won
Best.
it.
The
Good for
best
them.
in the
Best.
world.
I used to love them. Quick story. Sorry. Quick pivot. I used to
Pivot.
back when Mia Hamm. So that was like 1999.
And Hope Solo, is it? Or-
No,
oh.
Hope Solo's later on. Mia Hamm, 1999.
Oh,
The U.S. women's soccer team won the first
World Cup. FIFA
World Cup, and everybody in America was going crazy. Soccer is huge in America in the sense that everybody plays it,
Right.
like, but they just don't watch it as much. I think
Okay.
because
It's
the
growing.
men's soccer team, I don't think they're even fun to watch in my perspective. But the women's
Well, Landon
soccer
Donovan.
team is
They have
amazing. They are a
now.
beast. Like, I know
Yeah.
there's some other stuff and we could talk about it another time. They're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
another
pay
time, but-
and stuff, but it's just amazing.
Well,
to
yeah.
watch them. Like, it's like art.
World
And,
Championship. Yeah, yeah.
and they're growing it for females, and like I wanted to kind
I'm
of
gonna
say
fact check you on that. Yeah.
the one thing, like I can't wait till rugby has its own like North American league,
Ooh.
because-
do they have an American team?
There's
if
there's
they
actually talks of that.
because they're starting to make runs in the sevens, and like I don't know, did they even qualify for the next rugby? I mean, how did they do? They weren't even in this rugby World Cup.
They were.
Oh, they
yeah,
were?
They always.
But
are.
like if they start to do well in that, you know how the US gets behind their teams.
Yeah, yeah.
If they make it to an elimination stage game, like I mean they're a little bit away, but just imagine if they bring rugby to even the MLS level, and then you've got a whole nother league, a whole another level of marketability.
Yeah, I like where you're going with
You
this.
know?
And during the Rugby World Cup, we were here in Canada. I was actually talking to this American bloke. I met him in a bar.
Okay.
And he was like really into the rugby scene in America.
Oh, okay.
We were really into it, and he was telling me like he was convinced. And I don't know if he was just being patriotic or what, but he was convinced that in 20 years' time, it's going to be the USA Eagles and the All Blacks at the top.
They have the
And
athletes, bro.
I'm
we
kind
have
of
a
like,
team. It's
maybe
called
he's
USA
right.
Eagles?
Yeah.
This guy, yes,
Okay.
the Eagles. And so I was like, this guy's convincing me that, maybe 20, 30 years down the road,
I
it's,
think
it's New
so.
Zealand, South Africa, England, and USA are going to be up there.
If they just make it
Rugby.
popular, if they win, if they are actually good, I know for a fact America will back it.
Resources,
They're so
athletes,
patriotic.
everything.
Yeah, so it's like you guys need to host a Rugby World Cup, because
Yeah.
when you guys host,
like how the world. Anyway, go on, Olympics.
when you guys
Yeah.
host an Olympics or a FIFA World Cup, they
Everything
invest
grows.
all this money into
Yep.
Yeah.
homegrown stuff. And like Serena Williams was a product of one of those centers that got built
Right.
from funding from the Olympics.
Okay.
And I think you guys, LA has the Olympics in 2028 or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's going to be. something like that. But anyway, like,
Mm-hmm,
man, if they manage to build a grassroots of rugby and you get that overflow of NFL athletes coming into rugby,
mm-hmm.
I don't
Well,
know
the
if
thing
the
is-
NFL can fit
trouble,
into a rugby.
trouble.
That opens up a lot of topics here,
Yeah.
and I just think that with the whole CTE as well, going back to that conversation,
It's a healthier sport.
there's
They'll
not as
learn how
many.
to
There's not
tackle
as
better.
many. Yeah, it's a technique. You know, the head issues aren't as big as in rugby because we know we got to get the head out of the way, and then so it's not really head first. And you know what? Maybe it could be a
would
movement.
be a benefit for
Maybe
that.
it could be a movement.
Hey.
If some money goes into rugby in America, maybe you see all
You
these
never
great running
know.
backs and wide receivers convert over to rugby.
Oh my god, that'd
Imagine them coming down to
no
Hamilton,
more
to
Aaron
Auckland.
Hernandez's,
Some of them
yeah.
big
Some
boys.
athletes. So yeah, it could be a show.
300-pounders.
It could be a show.
That could. What about cricket? Now that there's a cricket bat.
Well,
do you think
for
it'll ever come
America?
back to America? Do they have a team?
We tried it.
Baseball's
We tried it.
pretty
You
much,
know, we did like a New Zealand versus Sri Lanka series a few years ago in America. There's like a
okay.
Legend series in America,
It
2020
didn't-
stuff.
It didn't pop off.
Just didn't quite pick up. I think baseball's too big. There's just not enough backing for it, really. So,
I used to go to like field hockey tournaments.
oh yeah.
Field hockey was a big thing. Like
Shout
there's
out
like
to my
a
mum, field hockey player.
No way, she was a field hockey.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried field hockey. I was not good. It's a difficult.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's like a little. Anyway, but those kind of sports, I feel like cricket and field hockey won't probably pop off as much in
Never did.
America.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
there's
I
ice hockey,
definitely-
you know.
Yeah.
like,
I definitely see rugby because it's more of like a.
Bang.
boom, boom.
Take that, Mike.
Yeah.
You've just
And-
been absolutely karate chopped.
And with that
Yeah.
karate chop, I think we're at a good point to end the episode. I think we're
Yep.
coming up
Are we
on
done?
time here,
I
guys.
love it. I love it.
Devin, you want to leave us with a
Well,
quote?
I do have a
or-
quote, and it's a
Oh, you have a
quote.
positive quote.
It's a quote from our high school, Prashit.
Oh,
It's our motto from Hamilton Boys High School back in New Zealand. Sapiens fortunum finget sibi. And that's Latin for a wise man carves his own fortune. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Like,
Thank
comment,
you.
subscribe. Appreciate
Like,
ya.
comment, subscribe.
Shit,
bye-bye.
on the shit. I'ma go Super Saiyan. On the shit. On the shit. On the shit. I'ma go Super Saiyan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.